Hi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Hoopla Y'all show. I am your host, Shay Rippinger. I was just previewing a little thing that I'm going to be doing. It is a Poi-Inspired maneuver. And on the Hoopla Y'all show, I talk about health, humor, and hooping. And today's show is a number two on the six-part series of the mind-body connection. So I am broadcasting on, so sorry for a slight delay on this, doing some extra shows to make my number. I'm also trying to enunciate a little bit better because I watched some of the closed captioning, and apparently the computer does not like the word hooping. It thinks I mean hooping. No, hoop, like these, with an H. What's it spelled? Hooping. So if you see me over enunciate, that's why. So anyway, so we're talking about health, humor, and hooping, and tonight's theme is arm reach. So I'm talking about this connection. So the first episode, the first of this series was head first, and that was dealing with up here. And so that we already covered that, and now we're moving down, and I brought in some chakra energy work about this. And tonight, this particular episode about arm reach, so I'm talking about the arms, and I'm talking about this area right here, and I'm going to be also talking about the throat as well, because that's a really important area. So moving on with that, about the throat, that is such an important region. So when we're talking about the mind-body connection, it's not just about the body and the physicality of it, whether it's well, not well. It's also about, how it incorporates and helps you get towards your goals. So whether it be just waking up in the morning, or waking up with energy, or waking up and getting the things done that you need to do, whatever level you're at, sometimes we're not, waking up is a challenge. So, some people don't get that opportunity. And, so that I have a saying that, any day you wake up breathing is a good day. So, and for some people, being in pain and things like that that makes their day rough and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I digress slightly on that. I like to keep the show on time too, so I try and get the messages, all the things I need to get to, and I try and tell them quickly and in 20 minutes or less. So I'm going to try and abide by that time. Okay, so the throat area. Why the throat area is so important to the mind-body connection is the throat, is where your vocal cords are and how you speak. So speaking, we normally just think of that as just a thing that we might just possibly take for granted, unless you're one of those people who have ever had a brain injury and you have to like relearn something that you learned as a child, which was speech, or if you're deaf and you have to learn a whole new form of communication. That's one way to think of it. But also the throat area, the speech, is also about more of an emotional issue of what we need to say. And this is a particularly hot topic for me personally because, saying what I need to say sometimes isn't comfortable. So this area here can get a little tight. You can lose your voice. I don't necessarily lose my voice, but I can feel the tightness in my throat when there's something that I want to say, but I'm afraid to say it. I had to have one of those conversations today. I didn't have to have it, but I stepped up to the plate and had it. And for me, it was about asking for money, and it was about working with a client, and that's not a comfortable topic for me. So or it hasn't been in the past, and I'm trying to make it more comfortable, make it more so that I can just speak my price, ask for my price, and do that. And and work with different people on different levels and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that I could feel that. I mean, even just telling this story now, I can feel my throat just like tightening up a little bit. Okay, so here's my health tip on the throat issue. So gargling with hot salt water. I heard this a long time ago, and it's a great way to take care of a sore throat, but also it's a great way to maintain a good, healthy throat, esophagus, all that kind of good stuff. So what you're doing is, when I say hot, I don't mean boiling water, but just warm water. You can throw it, just hot enough from the tap, whatever. But you want to have a little bit of salt and dissolve it into your water. So what I have here, just an example of this. This seems to be all the rage these days, is a pink Himalayan sea salt. So this is, it is like literally pink, and it's from Himalaya. So the Himalayans, Himalaya. Goodness. Alrighty. So either I can think, I can speak and enunciate, or I can be on camera, apparently trying to get all of those at once. Sometimes it's challenging. Anyway, that's the humor part of the show. That's part of the humor part of the show. Anyway, you take some salt, dissolve it in some warm water, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I just do maybe a quarter of a cup. So it's about maybe 3 mouthfuls to comfortably for me to gargle with. Just throw my head back, gargle with it a little bit in the back of my throat, and let that salt water wash over the back of my throat, the tonsils, everything. If you have tonsils, if you don't have tonsils, this helps keep that area nice. And salt is a natural. If you use let's see here, they actually do sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, or Himalayan salt cutting boards now, where you can cut your meat on it, and it is a clean cutting surface. So all you do is like wipe it clean, and it's salt. So people used to, in days past and generations before us, used to cure their meat and other things, vegetables and stuff like that, in salt. So like salt is a preservative, vinegar is a preservative. It helps keep the bacteria down. That's the word I was looking for, antibacterial. So it might be an antiviral as well. Oh, so Heart Hoopla is watching. Very good. Thank you. And so there are some people watching live, so I'll try and acknowledge whoever, that I can, and do a shout out to them when I can. But I'm also trying to stay on topic too. So if I don't acknowledge everybody, I'll try and get to you at some point here soon. All right. So gargling with salt water is really good for the throat. And that's really helpful for doing that. Also, takes some mental work as well. So that head, the area that we were talking about in the first of the series about, the head and getting that involved. So the throat is actually one of the chakras as well. So let's see here. And I had done my research on this. The throat, the element is ether. And so why the throat is important: self-expression, honesty, and authenticity. So when you're speaking your truth, and when self-expression is not easy for everybody, that kind of is part of that self-esteem issue. So self-expression, being able to say what you want to say when you want to say it, in a reasonable way. You're not trying to dominate the conversation or steamroll somebody, but sometimes other people put their stuff on us, and you need to speak up for yourself. So that self-expression, this throat area, that chakra, is very important. Okay, so I'm throwing the arms in there as part of the body mechanics of this area right here, because I keep on doing this, of this physicality of this area. I've got it on one camera and not on the other. So I will raise, so arms up here. Okay, I can also move up here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do a little laughter yoga exercise, and this is a Poi-Inspired laughter yoga exercise. So what we're going to do, I'm going to push on my chair here and see if this will come across on camera. What you're going to do, so this is wall playing here. So, but we're not going to do wall plane. We're going to turn quarter of a turn, and we're going to do this in wheel plane. So what we're doing is we're going to start with our arms towards the bottom, and what we're going to be doing is bringing both arms up sideways at the same time. So we're going to be facing forward as we do this. And so right now I am facing to my right, and my arms are coming up, and but I'm starting facing the left side forward. So, but don't worry if you're not getting all the arms and everything. Just try this with me anyway, and get up and do this. And if you're not able to stand where you're at, just do it like this. Just little arms like that. Okay, so what we're doing, start with the arms down, and we're going to bring them up to the first quarter position like a clock, arms on a clock, and then we're going to bring them totally straight up And notice that I do a little sideways turn on that. So I go up and I'm facing forward, and I come up and I'm facing sideways. Now, as I go down with the hands and continue that movement, I'm going to be facing the back. My arms are going to come back to that quarter of the clock position again, and then come back down to the side. So we're going to come up, continue that movement, and go all the way down. Now, what we're going to do with this is bring this up with an inhale, and then an exhale down to the back. Inhale it up to the front, and exhale it down to the back. And do this with a smile. Inhale it up to the front, and exhale it down to the back. Okay, that was easy enough, right? Now we're going to reverse that. So we're going to start and go towards the back first. So yes, thank you for all the hearts out and the comments and everything. I will try, and if type in your questions, if you have any questions coming along. If you have some cool things of like what you do for the throat, what you do, you know, your favorite poi move, your favorite hoop move, type that into the comments, and so that I can see them. That would be lovely. Okay, so going back to that laughter yoga exercise, we're doing the reverse of that, so we're going to go to the backwards now. So start sideways, hands down, and then we're going up a quarter turn, up to the top, and then turning back towards the front and down to the bottom. Let's do that 3 times with a breath. So take a nice deep inhale in, inhale it in, and exhale it out to the front. Inhale it in. Oh, thank you for the heart. And exhale it out to the top, or down. And then inhale it in one more time, and exhale it down. So that is a Poi-Inspired laughter yoga exercise. So laughter yoga doesn't always have to be laughing every single time. So I try and come up with some, I'm going to hit a little thing on one of these cameras here, and you can do different things, whether they be laughter-based or just breath work. You're trying to get a nice big oxygenation into your lungs when you do that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a hoop move, but because of the space that I'm in right now, it's a very, thank you so much for the heart tap. And the space that I'm in right now is a very small space. I was just in my new office area today, and I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have more room for a video, you know. So I was like, okay, so like literally I can do this, and within one step I'm wall to wall here with my arm length. Now I'm 5'1", so my arms aren't that long, and so there's not that much space, and I usually use the small hoops. But what we're going to be doing is doing that same, what we just used for the laughter yoga exercise. This is a poi maneuver, and you can adapt this to hooping as well. So I'm going to demonstrate this with poi because I was trying to do this earlier with the hoops, and it was very challenging. I'm going to show you with one hand and do it with the hoop and see like how we do with this. So you're going to be going up and around, up and around. See, I'm already hitting the back. So anyway, part of the fun and the humor of the show. So laughter, humor, hooping, and live broadcast. So not everything goes as planned. Even though I did try and plan this, and then I got all the technology all working and planned and starting from scratch and clean, and then I had to start all over again. So hence I was trying to be on time, and it was not not meant to be at this time. But anyway, okay, so okay, this is why I teach adults mainly. Now I do teach kids, and I totally change up my language for the kids. But so if you have kids, have them put their hands over their ears and go la 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 la. So I could do this adult humor joke. Okay, so these are poi. Yes. So if you're not familiar with poi, these are what poi are. This is a variation of poi. These are ones that I've made. Sometimes they call them sock poi, and these are just ones that I made, and I sewed them together myself, and they have little juggling balls in them they're soft. They kind of have like ice in them or something like that, and so they have a little bit of a weight on them, and so you can do various maneuvers that are very similar to hooping. Hooping and poi are they're both flow arts. So hoop dancing, hula hoop, and poi it have similar and crossover techniques. So there's different things that you can do with poi, and there's different things that you can do with hoops. So I encourage you to branch out and try both. So okay, so what we're going to be doing is just taking that movement that we were just doing and going up. Now, okay, so here's the joke, all right, because they kind of hang down. So like when I have my poi with me and I put them on my belt loop, and sometimes they hang over here. Okay, so you can go, you can use your mental energy on that joke. Oh, bonjour, Sai. Laughter yoga makes me feel good. Yes, right. So thank you, Tammy, for saying that. And Sally, uh, Sahali, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but bonjour. Yes, my name is French. So yeah, you'd think with 4 years of French, I should know French better. Anyway, and there is an accent aigu on my name to make the E, that it's C-H-E with an accent over the E with an accent aigu. And the E then sounds like an A sound. So anyway, okay, getting back to this, let's see if I have enough room to do this. Okay, so you're gonna be turning to the side. So this is the joke, so there's balls in here, and so I'm gonna what I call cock up on my balls. Okay, so I know. I'm like, should I even do that joke? That's not even. So I've been a humorist for a very long time. I was a professional cartoonist for a long time, and I also did cartoons for Playgirl magazine. So yeah, I do have some clean yet raunchy humor. Elegant yet raunchy, but anyway, so yeah, so but that one was just raunchy. So anyway, apology, I hope I didn't offend anybody terribly, but anyway, so what we're going to be doing is that same exercise. I'm going to actually take these up so that I actually just do the movement just to demonstrate the whole movement from start to finish. So we're starting back with our arms down, we're coming up to the front, up to the top, and down to the back, up to the front, down to the back. And so what you can do this, when you speed this up, it's going to go up, down, up, down. So forward, back. Okay, so now I'm going to loosen up on the balls here, the poi, my little sock poi, and see if I still stay on camera. And you can actually do that. With poi, you can actually add extra rotations in here. And if you're doing this as a hoop maneuver, you can also do what I call flourishes, but adding extra rotations with your hoop. So again, because of space, I can't demonstrate fully with my hoops, even though somewhere I have tiny, tiny hoops. But so taking this up, so up and down, and up and down, and up and down. And I almost can't even like let loose with the poi in their full rotation because I'll like hit things. As demonstrated in my rotations. Yeah, I can barely get the ceiling here without, okay, there we go. Almost had buzzsaw there, not quite, but buzzsaw is this one. That's buzzsaw with poi. And you can do buzzsaw with hoops, but you have to have small hoops to do that because otherwise you'll just smack your face. You'll do one rotation and then just smack yourself, and that's no fun. So you have to have really small hoops. So like I could do buzzsaw with one. Let's see if I could do buzzsaw with two. If buzzsaw has nothing to do with what we're doing. Yeah, see, this is gonna smack me, so I can't do it because I can move my face out of the way for one, but I can't move it out for two. Anyway, so but the whole point of the poi move, the hoop move that you can do if you have some space to do it, A, use smaller hoops, and B, have enough space to do this with. So you're going up and down, and up and down, up, down. Now you can also do this like we did the laughter yoga exercise in the reverse direction. So you go up and down. So you're concentrating. You can do variations of this. There's lots of stuff that you can do with this. So when you're coming up, you can actually do some extra rotations at the quarter point here. My arms even aren't fully extended here. And then do your rotations at the top. Now my rotations are going horizontally, which is not what I mean to do. I mean to do them this way. Sort of. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've practiced with my poi, but I wanted to demonstrate this move with it. So you're coming up and down, up and down. And if you're going the other direction, you're coming up and down, forward, up and down, forward. And this is one of those pat your head and rub your tummy kind of moves. So because you're doing two different things. You're doing, so if you want to get techie on this, you're doing a split let's see here, same direction, different direction, split same time, because the arms are moving at the same time together. So it's not one arm moves and then the other arm moves. That would be a split time of the timing, but you're moving both arms at once, but in opposite direction. So it's same time, split direction. Okay, so those of you that follow more of the technical stuff about hooping and you know, and get into the really techie, there's hoop tech where you're really like seriously, it's math and science. So you can just enjoy hooping for just hooping's sake, or you can do all kinds of things with it. So anyway, all right, I want to keep on the timing on this, and so Nikita's here. Yay! Oh, yeah. So, okay. I guess I can't say hi to her at the moment. But anyway, I did say hi to her. I'm so happy she's here. She used to be one of my students. And then I helped her do a performance. She was awesome and amazing. And so I do coaching like that. I can help you, coach you for performances, get you hooping to begin with. If you've never started hooping, get you more advanced in your hooping. If you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate and want to learn even more advanced tricks, I have lots and lots of experience. I've been hooping for over 10 years now, and so I have lots of experience in that realm, and I've been teaching dance for like over 30 years. So I'm all about the hoop dance and getting, and I don't care what level you're at, you can always improve. Meaning me too, I always improve. I try and improve on a daily basis if possible. So anyway, I thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got some health, humor, and hooping new tips that you can use right away, and put them into your practice, give them a shot, and you know, please share this video with your friends. And if you haven't already liked the Hip the Hoopla on YouTube, I try and get these up on my YouTube channel. I'm working on that to get it all nice, and I'm working on my subscriber base so I can broadcast live on there again, because they changed the rules. So anyway, and when you watch this, if you're watching a recording, thank you for watching, whether you're watching live or recording. Yeah, like all of I am Hip the Hoopla, so it's HIPTHEHOOPLA.com is the website, and I'm on Hip the Hoopla on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you Google Hip the Hoopla, I should come up. So there was another Hoopla watching earlier, so hi, other Hoopla. So anyway, but yeah, I've had my company, I've been hooping for over 10 years. I've had my company for over 8, and so I'm very excited about that. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye, and please tune in next Monday for the part 3 of the Mind-Body Connection series, and there will be 6 of these, and I'm going to be broadcasting on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm trying to get right around that 6:30 time, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. I'm broadcasting from a mountaintop in Boise, Idaho, so life is life and tech is tech, and sometimes they don't always go as planned. But anyway, working on that in the best of my ability. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, so much, so much. So yeah, wherever you're watching from, hey, and if you have, what can you do with these moves? What's your next move? What's your transition move? What's something that you do for your throat? What's something that this area here, the throat chakra area, you know, comment on what your experiences with that is, whether it be, you know, you had something traumatic that you got over that, you know, and you figured out how to help that. Please type that in. You know, we're very interested in sharing knowledge and information here, because it helps. You know, I have a saying, and you know, it's based on, you know, I've had this saying for a long time, and I've heard other variations of other people using this, and that is, when the tide rises for one of us, it rises for all of us. So the more that we have information and can share this peace, this love, this light, this laughter, then all of us benefit. So all right, thank you so much. This went over time, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, sorry, not sorry, because I want to give you great information. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Rock on. Peace out. All right, I'll see you on the next one.